I fully believe that 95% of all men in the United States would have taken a plane ride to Epstein Island.
You know what I fully believe? That there are some individuals out there that are so deluded that they would actually be so desperate for likes and views that they would not only try to convince themselves of such a thing, but others as well. Just imagine having the audacity to accuse 95% of the male population in one country of being so depraved that, well, listen to this.
Even with full knowledge of what was going on there.
Oh, gentlemen, it gets worse.
For most of them, what was going on there would be the feature, not the bug. But the rest of them would be making excuse after excuse to get on that plane.
Just imagine the level of loathing that a person would have to hold in their hearts towards an entire population of people, might I add, based on a characteristic that they have no control over, to say such things. Quite frankly, it's women that say things like this that honestly sometimes make me embarrassed to share the same gender as them.
What? Need a pull or push? If you can.
Or lift? I don't know what to do.
There we go. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2.
Brandon? Brandon?
What?
Brandon, Jesus Christ.
That man knew by the first step that he was in it alone. He was carrying all of the weight. And that is a man that even when life is crushing down on him, or literally a fridge, he will figure it out. And his wife will be left asking, where the heck are you? Where have you been? Where are you?
There's never a dull moment when women consistently prove my point when I say that they are way more violent than men in regards to how they employ multiple tactics to try to destroy another woman, or in some cases, another man.
Women hate women, and I'll forever say that, okay? They're only girls when it benefits them or when they're supporting stupidity, but truly or deep down, they hate women. The moment you start disagreeing with them, they will find ways and means to tear you down, to hurt you in however way that they can.
For example, a girl with the septum ring, her sycophants leaving a negative review on my business page, So riddle me this, Batman. What is your point and your purpose of doing that? For me to go out of business? For me to fire my employees so they can't work and they can't provide for their family? For me to no longer be able to provide for my family and to be homeless? Because when y'all try to cancel people, y'all do it in such of an extreme that it's like it makes you feel good. And this is why I say people who make being a victim an entire personality and identity are violent. Hurt people always hurt people. And y'all prove my point every fucking day with this entire situation.
And this is the type of behavior that you see from a lot of women. It's because I didn't put my hands on you, because I didn't, physically harm you, then I should, in theory, be able to say what I'm saying. But they know what they're saying and they're wanting it to have a certain effect. Oh, well, sticks and stones. No, it's not true. That's not true. I don't know why y'all keep on saying that, because that's not true. That's never been true. It might be something cute to say, but words can definitely hurt. Words definitely move. Words influence. I know y'all don't like to think that it does because you don't want to take accountability. But if you say somebody, go do this, what do you say to your kid? Go do this or else. Now I don't even have to touch you. I can just tell you to do it, or else there's going to be consequences. Hey, and if you have people, like you said, canceling, mad enough, emotional enough to try to cancel somebody and destroy their livelihood, all you have to say is, well, go over there and really show them a lesson, or go over here and do this, or I'm not telling you what to do, but I can tell you what I would do. And then they go over there and start trying to destroy your livelihood. I was looking at a creator who recently got divorced had a page that didn't have anything to do with their significant other. So I went to the page and I checked it out. It's like, hey, I've never really been on this page. I'm going to check it out. The reviews on that page, even though the content was great, it was fantastic. The reviews on that page, I think it was like a 72 or something, like 72% recommended. And I said right then and there, I said, they're doing this because they're mad at this person because of how they feel he or she did this other person that their significant other or their ex significant other. And so they're taking it out and they're trying, I don't recommend this, and this. And no sooner did I open up them comments and see that's exactly what it was. That's exactly to a T what it was. They had nothing to do with what that person had on their social media. That person didn't touch them, didn't talk to them, hadn't met them in their life. But I'm trying to use my words. I'm trying to use the power of influence to get you to not like this man, like I don't. They do that type of stuff, man.
Okay, here are some things that I don't think men should be able to do.
Let's just try to have some fun. Number one is birthday weeks. You get 1 day to celebrate your birthday, like everyone else. And you can choose the day, but none of this Friday night we're getting dinner, but then Saturday is the actual party, and then Sunday we're doing rush. None of that. 1 day. Number two is have a favorite movie. Every time I've heard a woman say the phrase, my favorite movie is, the movie that follows is typically 55% on Rotten Tomatoes at best. Number three is dream. Like when you're asleep. I had a dream that you were mean to me. I had a dream that you broke up with me. You guys craft enough hypothetical scenarios while you're awake. The fact that your brain keeps doing that while you're on Do Not Disturb is kind of crazy. So no more dreaming. Number four is live in Little Rock, Arkansas. Little Rock is no place for a lady. It's as simple as that. Last but certainly not least, number five, I think we all saw it coming, drive. Like any vehicle at this point.
Some of you may think this is unrealistic, but I think it's just normal. I genuinely believe that every single woman deserves to receive $10,000 a month from her husband, from her boyfriend, whoever you're with, just for him to show his appreciation for you. And I think that is a standard that all men should be held to. And as a man, if you cannot hold yourself to that standard, then you should not be dating at all, honestly. That means you're just not financially ready to provide.
She expects, she's so amazing, that you are going to pay $10,000 a month, like as a retainer. I love these women, like, really? It's like, again, are you a prostitute? I'm just asking. $10,000 a month in allowance just because she exists.
So this guy DM'd me. He said, loyalty test? I said, how old is she? He told me she was 20. I said, bet, what's her at? He sent me her page. I said, got you. Is today a good day to do it? He said, yeah, today is good. Just trying to make sure she's solid because hella girls hit me up trying to make sure I'm not wasting my time. I said, got you, and I got to work. His girl had his @ in her bio, so that was already a good start. From the outside looking in, she seemed loyal. She was a private account, so I had to wait for her to accept me. She eventually ended up doing it, but she didn't follow me back. Another good sign. She had like 4 pictures up, so I liked all of those, and then I slid into her DMs real calm. I sent her the eyes emojis. She sent me back a message saying subscribe to her boyfriend's YouTube. I sent back a GIF. Who? I decided to shoot another shot. I said, you get everything you want for Christmas? She said, yes, my wonderful relationship. I said, okay, that's good. I want better for you though. It's 2024. At this point, her page wasn't showing up anymore. I thought my internet was tripping. Then I realized she blocked me. Just to make sure though, I said, blocking me is crazy. No response. It was time to show her boyfriend. I knew he would be happy with these test results. I sent the boyfriend the screenshots and said, I think you gotta keep her. He said, I fuck with it, appreciate you. This girl definitely passed. She seemed loyal from the jump, in my opinion. I love to see it. That's the type of woman you need. The rest of y'all, stay safe.
Women, when they go on the first date, I have to pay $100 to get my nails done.
Oh my God.
Extra $100 to get my toes done. My hair needs to be done. My makeup needs to be done. Like, so, like, I'm still paying that much. Like I say, it takes a lot of work to
divide that by the amount of men that you go on the date with, though. You don't buy new makeup and go and get your hair done every time you go on a date. So if a woman is a she's going on a date with like 20 men per week, divide 20 by 200, that's like $10.
Honestly, men don't give a fuck about your fake nails. Men don't care. That's a woman gaze thing.
Like personal experience, a man literally was like, you don't have your nails done?
Well, he's gay.
Yeah, that's so gay. Oh my gosh.
Would he still you?
I mean, yeah, but
okay.
Apparently he's gay, so no.
Most, if you were to actually like have a genuine conversation with most men, look, have clean nails. Don't
Yes.
have like dirt under
Exactly.
your nails. By the way, that should be the case for men too. Don't have dirty nails, but like the fake, like show us your nails. Show us your nails.
Lovely.
Men don't give a shit about that.
What the fuck is wrong with the men here? Why do they have no desire? Why do they not know how to appreciate a good-looking woman?
Serious question for my mans out there. Why are you guys not approaching women? What is that about? What is that about? I have seen so many hot guys lately, and we make eyes, we exchange the look, we have the look, and then there's nothing else. I'm like, are you gonna come approach me?
Guys not making a move anymore is so frustrating because
So every morning on my run, I pass the same guy. He's out walking his dog. Sometimes he's with his young son. Sometimes he's not. But every morning, I say, good morning. Hey, man, what's going on? And every morning, he ignores me. This morning, flat out ignores me. This morning, I guess I passed by his house. He's coming out of his front walk. I'm passing by. We're closer than we've ever been, like 5-6 feet apart. And I say, hey, man, good morning. Doesn't look at me, totally ignores me.
Obviously, as a woman would like the men to approach me, but nowadays it hasn't been happening. Feels like the roles have been switched. Men are expecting women to approach them and be the first one to make the move.
Last year, I saw so many
Damn, bro, what?
black women try to solve a problem in dating
Is that really happening though? Is that really happening?
by starting to host events in person, trying to create third spaces to facilitate dating like offline. And you know what would happen every single time? The men.
So I just watched a reel of a girl saying that it's pick me energy to never go party, to never go out, and to never go clubbing, and to rather spend time with your boyfriend. And I was just wondering, how is that pick me energy if I've already been picked? I would like some more clarification on this matter. Thank you. Peace out. Bye.
My man Godfrey just dropped a bar about why men don't pursue women the way they used to.
Gone are the days where a man would be like, hey, I think you're beautiful. I want to get to know you.
Courting.
I'm planning. Yeah, courting. They don't court anymore, right? That's number one.
Because they don't want to go.
Yeah.
To court.
Number two.
Excellent. Good job, my brother. We rocking with you. That boy is good.
It was short, sweet, and right to the point. Because that is exactly why a lot of men are no longer courting. Because what is courting usually for? It's for marriage. And where does marriage lead you 50% of the time? That's right, you guessed it, court. So he is absolutely correct. And women are not understanding this. And there's way more to this, but I love how simple and to the point this was. So I just want to give a shout out to Godfrey for that, because that to me was a bar.
I'm teaching my 5-year-old daughter to be a misandrist.
Let's be very clear. Someone is teaching a child to be prejudiced against an entire group of people.
Let me tell you why I'm doing this and how.
The why is quite simple. Because men are one of the few groups of people that people can still openly discriminate against and be prejudiced to without facing any social repercussions.
My daughter is going to grow up in a patriarchal society, just like I did as a millennial. And I want her to go into the world with an inflated sense of self.
And this is how they're going to accomplish it.
Her doctors, her dentist, any sort of healthcare provider that we go to, I always make sure is a woman. I mostly listen to female artists out of preference. And the other day she asked me if men could be singers too. And I said yes. And I know the world is going to beat her down. And I want to make sure that she doesn't take it.
So instead of teaching a child to love themselves and respect others for the qualities that each individual person has, this is what they're going to go with.
I told her that women are smarter than men, that men take power, but women have innate power inside of us. But in society, we don't always have as much power. And I told her that women are better leaders.
Interesting, isn't it? Instead of teaching a child that men and women, although they do have innate differences, do have equal rights, should have equal opportunities, and should be respected equally, and that a person can respect each other's differences. Instead, they teach them to despise men, because that is what misandry is. It is not standing up for the rights of women. It is despising men for being men. Let's not get that twisted.
I'm like so embarrassed for him that I'm like, I really, like, what went wrong?
My husband thinks the things he does for me are bare minimum or above and beyond. Leaving me a post-it note every single day.
Bare minimum.
Cooking dinner every night.
Bare minimum.
Doing the dishes after you cook dinner every night.
Bare minimum.
Doing your own laundry.
Bare minimum.
Planning date nights.
Bare minimum.
Bringing me matcha in the morning.
Bare minimum.
The New York trip that you planned for my birthday.
Above and beyond.
Buying me a car when we were engaged.
Above and beyond.
Buying me my dream car after I had our son.
Bare minimum.
Buying me a Cartier ring for our 7-year wedding anniversary.
Bare minimum.
What?
If you can afford it.
Guys, don't do videos like this. Like, I don't care what she promises you. It's not worth it. You look so unbelievably like played and owned and just like walked all over and so sad and pathetic doing a video like this.
How much money do you make from all this? Can you say?
I'd say 2 to 3K a month.
2 to 3K a month?
Well, last month was good. I think I made like 4K.
That's not that good.
That's good.
That's not good.
Why?
That's actually very not good. I thought you would make more. I thought you, like, I don't know.
I don't know why you're trying to diss me. What's your credit score? Do you know it or no?
No.
Do you have a debit card or just your dad's?
My dad's.
Makes sense. And how much money does he give you a month?
It's just like unlimited. Yeah.
Unlimited.
I like always have access to it.
So we
You know
should
what I
probably make you pay for all that
thank
shit.
you.
Having a child is becoming an unpaid Uber driver for someone who doesn't want to go to karate and hates you anyway. And it's hard work.
That is a narrative that I'm going to push back on, which is part of the problem, which is that it's the narrative of misery, which has been promoted. And it's not miserable to have children. It's joyful. It's the most incredible love you'll ever experience in your life, but it's also really hard. And I think we have a bunch of pussies, actually. We are producing women and men who are pussies, and I'll tell you what I mean by that. They cannot deal with discomfort. They cannot deal with frustration. They cannot deal with sacrifice or hardship or responsibility. They want it to be easy. Who said raising children was easy? You don't get the good stuff unless you put in the work. And it's the same if you're out in the world. Of course it's easier to go to a job than it is to stay home with a child, because a child demands more of you, but it also gives back more.
Okay, I want you to rate this woman on a scale of 1 to 10. Oh, 9 or 10 easily. She's stunning. Okay, be honest. Drop dead gorgeous. Well, what if I told you that you look like her? Oh, so you think I'm fat?
Would you tell your friend that they ugly? Because I think the problem is, right? The problem is a lot of y'all hype y'all ugly ass friends up and y'all be making them feel good. And so when y'all be like, hey, y'all be like, y'all call a nigga, you be like, hey man, you got a friend for my friend? When we as men, when y'all tell us that, we assess the situation a little differently. We look at our dogs and be like, okay, do he really get hoes? Is he the type of nigga that could, you know what I'm saying? We don't judge our friends and be like, oh, like he look like, we just know like that nigga gets some hoes, he could probably help me complete this mission. But y'all will literally hype y'all ugly ass friend and be like, oh no, she cute. That's a bad bitch.
So I used to talk to this girl, and I found out shortly after meeting her that she was a hoe. Before I got too close, I did a little background check on her, and I found out that one of my friends had linked with her, hit on the first night, backseat type shit. And so yeah, I ain't really, think much of it. I said, all right, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Pass it to the homie. That's cool. And one night, I guess she wanted to win some points with me, and she was like, hey, like, I canceled on my friends to spend time with you because I like to tend to my man or whatever, right? All right, cool. I told her, look, if you want to go out, go to bars, fucking go on a girls trip, I don't give a fuck. Mind you, I don't want nothing serious with this girl, right? So she ran with this, right? And she started telling all her friends that she has a secure man, that I'm not controlling, all this bullshit, right? So all of her friends are in relationships. And she started telling me that her friends are jealous that their man don't let them do all this bullshit. In my head, I'm like, damn, like little do they know, I do not give a fuck about this girl. I'm actually not like this when I actually care about a girl. A few weeks later, she comes to me saying she's divorcing him. And I ask her who. She's like, yeah, like one of my friends, like she's been with her man and she said she's tired of like the controlling and like him being obsessive. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like she actually convinced these girls to leave their man. So I thought to myself, what the fuck did I just do? Like, did I just ruin these people's marriage because this girl thinks that she could actually have something serious with me? I'm not gonna lie, I still think about that to this day, man. I feel sorry for that guy, but I don't know. If his girl wanted that bad, maybe I helped him dodge the bullet. Anyways, a few weeks later, I ended up leaving that girl because I found a prettier girl to talk to.
So all the men from my previous post saying that they have found peace by being alone and they're not trying to date because they just want peace. Are you trying to say that we don't bring peace to your life? I have to disagree. I do not think that if a woman that you so desired was available to you, you would choose peace over commitment, sex, good meals with conversation, and things like that. So I'm going to call your bluff.
Ideally, guys want they want a good woman and they want peace. They want both, right? The idea is that they would have a good woman who brings them peace, right? Not some, trashy, run the mouth, complain, nag, who doesn't bring them peace. Like in that case, they would rather just have the peace, honey.
Yeah, look at all these men. They don't have the women that are shaped with BBL asses.
They got the women that's gonna float their boat.
No, it ain't gonna float their boat. It's less stressful.
No, what you mean?
It's less stressful. I just told you why it's less stressful.
It ain't that stressful. If you can handle a baddie, then you got a baddie.
Look,
Long as you
why do you think that a man wants to handle a baddie?
Okay.
Why do you think that a man wants to handle anything? Hold up. I've been out here all day. I've been working on this. I've been working on that. I've been dealing with this stress. I've been dealing with all this other shit. And you telling me when I come home,
and that's why you want to come home to some fun.
Now, no. When I come home, I gotta handle you. I don't want to handle you when I come home. I want to have a soft, feminine woman at home that I don't have to handle. No, you always have to handle a bad bitch. Like you said, you can't handle me.
If you can't handle one, don't get one.
Don't no man want to have to handle no woman. You should already know how to handle yourself to where I don't have to. That's the problem. You want a man to handle you. Whenever you a woman, it's supposed to already know how to handle yourself. If I'm already dealing with this shit in the streets, if I'm dealing with this shit at work, I'm dealing with my coworkers getting on my nerves, I'm working on a car. Then I come home. Then I come home and I gotta deal with handling you.
Don't nobody want a yes woman.
Handle it.
So you want a yes woman, right?
No, I don't want to handle it.
Okay, because I need.
Guys have female friends.
Yes, we can.
Hold on, no, yes. How are you gonna say that?
Girls cannot have guy friends, bro.
How? We are sitting right here.
Time out.
Exactly.
That's different, bro. Rafa, ain't it different, bro?
He's
way different.
How would you feel if your man's hanging out with 6 girls? Yeah, exactly, motherfucker.
No. If I met him that way, and I know that the girls don't want to fuck him.
You want to test that theory out?
Not gonna lie. Yeah, listen. No. Text a guy friend right now and be like, hey, do you want to fuck? And see what he says.
Say it. Go ahead, say it.
What?
Go ahead.
I know I can text y'all and you're going to say no.
Text me. No, okay, yeah, but that's...
No! Do it!
I did not have a prenup. I asked for one, and I was told, Ash, I have known you since we were 20 years old. I've watched you build everything. I would never, ever take that from you. And I trusted him. I lost everything that I worked for since I was 17.
Gotcha. So I would like to thank everyone that was involved with this negotiation.
Lady, it looks like you've just enjoyed the man experience. Now, we do have some good partying gifts for you. Some people call them swag bags. But in this little goodie bag, we have a studio apartment, an air mattress, some oodles and noodles, some gift cards to fast food restaurants, no access to your children, and a bunch of regret and depression. But don't worry about it. Just like all those men out there, you'll be just fine.
When men learn early that birthdays aren't really about them, they fall in line and save themselves a lot of headache. A smart man is going to learn that birthdays are about appreciation, but appreciation expressed someone else's way. And if they're lucky enough to get something for their birthday, it's usually not what they wanted. It's what their woman think they need, because of course she knows everything and she knows him better than he knows himself. It took me some time, but through experience, I have learned that men tend to want simple things. Something practical, something they would actually use, something that would make their life just a little bit easier. But typically, we women, we don't look at it that way. We are very performative. We want to put on a show. And by the time we're done, the man's birthday is not about him, it's about us. And that is the problem.
We have a right to be treated respectfully.
We are unfortunately running out of time. But Peter, I just want to get one final thought from you. Are there words that are used to describe men that offend you?
Not particularly, and if there are some I don't like, I certainly wouldn't want them banned. But it always goes back to that old adage: sticks and stones may break my bones, but there will always be something to offend a feminist.
Peter
Lloyd. No, that's just obnoxious.
Peter Lloyd,
sorry, you have to give me a chance. That is ridiculous. No, hang on, I won't do your show again if you don't let me.
Men who talk about wanting women with a low body count as if that's like some sort of like morality clause are truly the most annoying group of humans in the world. Like, it denotes her sense of ethics or morals, and that if you've had with a lot of men, that in some way means that you're unworthy of this man, usually a creature feature, like caring about you. It is the most wild thing. Who is she having that body count with? Herself? not other men. So you guys can have high body counts and somehow your morals aren't in any way, you know, dirtied up, but women can't. I die for the double standard. I die for it.
Honey, the reason that it's different is because, yes, is there like a morality, a lack of morality in just sleeping around with anyone for men and for women? Sure, yes, but women don't care when guys have high body count and men do care when women have high body count. So it winds up just being one of those things that's just different.
And once again, I just want you to be disciplined. All I want you to do is be disciplined. That's it. Don't go out there and go crazy. It'd be the same thing. If you were going out there, hey man, it's like, I really want some ice cream. But you went in there and you ate a whole tub of ice cream. And they're like, you should never eat a tub of ice cream. That's too far. Why would you do that? That's very unhealthy. You say, well, you know, I was having a bad day and I just needed one. Okay, I mean, still unhealthy. There's other things that you can do, but I understand it. And then you have another bad day. And instead of eating half a tub of ice cream, you eat another whole tub of ice cream. You say, why do you keep on eating whole tubs of ice cream? That's unhealthy. Not only is it going to add pounds to you, it could raise your blood sugar, right? There could be diseases associated with the sugar intake, the amount of sugar that you're ingesting. If you keep on with this, you're going to have health issues. You're going to have problems. And modern women don't listen. So they continue to do whatever they want to do. And by the time they have health problems, the person that's been telling them says, well, I'm not going to insure you now because we've been telling you to take preventative action. Well, I didn't know. And I just need somebody to understand my situation. I do. Which is why 2 or 3 years ago, I was telling you, watch your sugar intake. You need to be careful. And then when you came to me again, I said, like I told you before, it's even more imperative. Watch your sugar intake. Now you have to exercise. You need to change your diet. You didn't listen to anything that I said. And now that you actually have the issue, you're mad at me because I'm telling you, no, I'm not going to deal with this. I can't fix this. It's not going to be me. Oh, well, just tell me you ain't good at your job. I am good at my job, but I'm not going to fix this when I told you to stop doing that. That's how modern women are. They go out and do whatever they want, and they want a man to turn around and fix it. They go out there and do whatever they want to do. They come to a man, and the man says, man, that was kind of out of line, but maybe you should stop right here. And you go out there and do it again, and again, and again, and again. I didn't told you. Come on now. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? There's only so much that I can do to help you. There's only so much that I can do to steer you in the right direction. And if you're not going to listen to me, then who are you going to listen to? Well, I listen and I respond to an alpha male. Okay, well, I guess that's not me. I guess well, you weak. I don't like no weak man anyway. Okay, well, I mean, I guess I'm weak. I ain't a man, but whatever I ain't, you're not going to be in my face.
For the perfect man, would you bow?
No.
So, okay, think about this. The perfect man, perfect looks, perfect personality, perfect loyalty, never leave you, never cheat on you, treats you amazing, perfect treatment, perfect wealth, money. So technically the perfect man could be a trillionaire. No bow?
It's just a little weird.
Little weird?
Yeah.
Would you be willing to do a little weird things for like $1 billion?
Yeah.
This is what I don't understand. Like, how about this? If I employed you at a Target and you have to bow as the guests come in and I'll pay you $10 million a year to do that, would you take that job?
Yeah.
For 10 mil a year,
Yeah.
but you have to work 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Or I could give you not only the world's richest man, but he's perfect in every single way. Through him, you would have more money than $10 million a year and you don't have to work. You don't take that?
No.
So you do the same exact thing. And in fact, you only have to do it one time. But if you work at the store, you're there for 8 hours.
Doing it to everybody.
And you have to do it to everybody. Really?
Give me the billionaire. Yeah, it just makes more sense to do it there.
What's your biggest flex?
I don't want to sound cocky or anything, but like, I'm really pretty. A lot of people just like want to talk to me. Hey. Shit.
Apparently
Clearly, that nigga didn't get the memo. You could tell she was embarrassed as shit. Just by the look on her face, you could tell she thought she ate with that one. That motherfucker walked by and said, "What up?" Crushed her whole little fucking spirit. God damn. Nah, no bullshit, though. He ain't have to hurt Snooki from Jersey Shore little cousin like that. That's fucking crazy.
Let me tell you something. Do you have lesbian money? Do you have lesbian money? If you don't have lesbian money, you shouldn't be dating.
I can answer that question for you, and the answer is no. The girls do not have lesbian money. They barely have straight girl money. Have you not seen the epidemic on this app about going 50-50 on a first date? These girls would cry if every time they went on a date, they had to pay half of it, let alone all of it in some cases. Oh my gosh. They would lose their mind. They can't afford it. Because unfortunately, some of these girls are asking these men for basics. You asking a man to get your hair, nails, lashes done? You don't have money, Bookie? You broke? What the heck's going on? A lot of the girls are broke, and it's very unfortunate, and they're still dating because for heterosexual women, they don't have to spend any money while dating. Dating, for the most part, is free for them. So they just do it whenever. But if the girls had any type of financial responsibility when it came to dating, we'd see a lot more single women than we already do.
I believe when women stay with a man because they see potential in him, it's mothering them. They see potential.
No, that's a toxic mindset. And I love you, but I'm glad you said that because there's a difference between potential in action and potential in theory. And I think that a woman should be okay with a man that has potential in action. And I don't know why women, so many women, especially black women, want a finished product.
No. Talking about potential in theory.
Why is it that a lot of white women will go to college, meet their man? That young man doesn't have all the answers.
Right.
That young man doesn't know the plan, but
Right.
they're willing to ride it out and grow with that man because there's potential in action. Whereas we want the man that makes $5 million a year, drives the Rolls Royce Cullinan, that has the multi-million-dollar house, that has. Well, this is the thing. If he already accumulated all of these things, then why is it?
Why does he need you?
But not from the space of why do I need you because my business is good, but do you actually appreciate? Do you have the nurturing? Do you have the effective communicative way to actually be of value to that man? Why would he choose you? As opposed to all of these men out here that have a plan and they're in action, but they just haven't gotten there yet. What's wrong with that man?
There's nothing wrong with that man.
Well, why do so many women, they're like, he ain't made it yet. Okay, you haven't either.
Would you guys date a man that says he's the prize?
No. Because that's so cringe. Like the women are the prize. They're the ones that make the babies. They go through the hardest things in life, honestly. I feel like guys who say that should be more humble because why do you think you're the prize? I don't know.
So then don't you think it should be like vice versa? Women should also be humble if they're the prize?
I feel like I've never heard a woman say that though. Yeah.
You guys just said it.
You want to know something that most women aren't ready to hear? Modern feminism killed chivalry. Modern feminism has shifted from seeking equality to promoting superiority and resentment towards men, framing men as oppressors rather than partners and equals. With the birth of modern feminism, there came the birth of the girl boss, I don't need a man. Chivalry was never meant to make women look weak. It was made to create a culture of mutual respect where men acted honorably towards women and acknowledged their virtue and grace. Modern feminism, by demanding sameness instead of equality, has blurred those lines. In trying to erase gender differences, it's erased the gestures that celebrate them. The result of this is now we have an entire generation of men who are not willing to honor, pursue, or protect women. We have this entire generation of men who just want to hook up on the first date, who have no respect for women, who don't hold open the door, who don't buy flowers, and it is because of modern feminism. Not only that, but it is also a result of weak men. There's a reason that our grandparents have the cutest love stories where the men pursued the women and they didn't have sex until they were married and they respected and honored each other. And now we are seeing the result of the crash and burn of modern feminism. And unfortunately, it is affecting a lot of women looking for life partners and a lot of men looking for life partners. Feminism is great. The idea of feminism is great to promote equality, but it has evolved into something that is toxic and dangerous to our society.
I try to stay away from helping women in this regard because women don't like constructive criticism from a man. But I was having this conversation with my wife the other day and I figured I'd tell you, so I hope it lands. But I played sports my whole life professionally at the highest level. And so one thing I learned as an athlete playing sports is, and all athletes could tell you this, if the coach is coaching you hard, if the coach is being tough on you, that coach cares. That coach is invested in you as a player. That coach wants to see you win. That coach is invested in your well-being. If that's happening, you're in a good spot as a player. Now, all athletes can tell you that if a coach is not saying anything to you, if that coach is not even criticizing you, that coach does not care about you, gives two shits about you. And so you apply this concept to relationships. If you're in a relationship with a man and you care about that relationship and you want to see that relationship become successful, if that man is criticizing you constructively, if he's giving you feedback, if he's making you aware of your blind spots, if he's saying, hey, watch out for this, watch out for that, don't do that, I think this works for you, that's a good thing. That person's not trying to control you. That person cares about you. That person is invested in your well-being. That person is invested in your personal development. Don't trip. Now, you have a man sitting by you and he sees you and he's not saying anything to you and he's not trying to criticize you. He's not interested in helping you get better. He's not saying anything to you. You may feel comfortable, but you should be worried because that person don't care. That person does not care about you. He's not invested in you. And that person is checked out, so it's only a matter of time. Now, I'm only here to help. I'm telling you this because a lot of you guys think that when a man is giving you constructive criticism, that person's trying to control you, or that person doesn't know what he's talking about. But I'm telling you, if a man is giving you constructive criticism, and I'm talking about a man that you like and that you're in a relationship with, that's a good thing. Don't trip. All right, you should trip when he's not saying anything to you. Do what you want with the information.
I fumbled the man I probably should have married. And I'm making this post so that y'all don't do the same thing that I did. This is an accountability post.
Ooh, accountability. That's pretty strange, but I like it.
I met him on Hinge, and this was back when the algorithm was working a lot better, and it was like 2022, I believe. I didn't like his profile. I just knew he was gonna like me, and the next day he did. Normally I name names, but just in case he has a new girl and they're at peace, I don't want to disrupt his situation, so I'm not gonna name his name. But anyway, we met up quickly, we went on a date, and we ended up being like glued to each other pretty fast. We were like in a relationship within like a month, I believe. He locked it down. He was not trying to see me single. This man was fine. He was like 6'3", buff, long hair. He looked like Roman Reigns.
She fumbled the guy because she felt like something was missing. The guy was perfect. She said society would probably have given him a solid 9. He was basically, for the most part, what she wanted. But she just felt like something was missing. You know what that something is? Chaos. She was literally living happy. And the fact that he wasn't arguing with her, there was no argument, there was no chaos. She couldn't stay with him. She could have probably been married, but no, she wants to fight. And you know what's the funny part? If they were having arguments, she still wouldn't stay.
Talk about pressure. I feel like feminism was good for men because it kind of relieved them of a little bit of pressure.
It lifted everybody up.
Well,
yeah,
but
it's made men so much more depressed than ever. It's made them weaker.
I think they just don't like the fact that now they see, oh, women can be as good as us because now that we're allowed to have all these rights, we're graduating from college more than they are now.
Why do you have to be? Because we live in their world. And I'm saying because we live in this world with them where they are suppressing us. Their bar is up here. If our bar gets lifted, so does theirs. Our bar gets lifted, so does theirs.
Why do women need to be less than men?
Yeah.
Women are not less than men. They're different from men. We provide equal value, but we're different. You can't, it's no way that if you got a man that's your age, your height, whatever, he's going and you race him. You're not going to beat him. More times than not, they're going to dust you, which lets you know that you are not equal to them.
What can men do that we can't?
I mean, men build everything. We don't. Men protect us. They fight wars. We don't.
What do they protect us from? Other men?
Women have always fought in wars. Women have built so many things.
Okay, so one thing that the woman in the pink wig said was how men have to protect us from other men, and I hear this a lot when it comes to feminists. And one comment I tried to get in, and it's very hard because you're trying to be respectful of everybody's time. I kind of try to say that men are also protecting us from ourselves. You know, that's what men protect us from, is us making radical decisions that are not conducive and destroy society. So they provide structure and order. If I can just be honest, it's kind of hard to have these kind of debates and discussions when you're a Christian in a secular conversation or, you know, with people that do not follow the word of God. But it is a man's world. So just like the curse of Eve, where women will always want to have dominion over man, but man will always rule, that's what they're fighting against. And I thought that was very interesting and funny, because the Bible literally says that this is something that women will always innately want, but it will just never happen. So what women are doing is, these feminists, what they don't understand that they're doing is that they're chasing a losing battle, essentially, because it's God, man, and then woman, and then children. And so it is sort of a man's world. Just like Carmen said, and I love that she said this on the anti-feminist side, is that they'll always dust you. When women have these privileges and they have the free will to choose, they make emotionally impulsive decisions. That's why they're the ones that initiate divorce. They have the ability and the power to divorce, which we see through history women didn't. They have the power and ability to choose divorce, and they choose it. 80% or higher actually now is divorces are initiated, filed by women. So it lets you know that because of a women's emotions, because of the desire for oxytocin, we crave happiness and what will make us feel happy. Other thing that the feminist said is that the bar always gets raised, but it's once again because it is not God's natural design for a woman to be able to rule over a man or be equal with the man. A man will always rule over a woman. So once again, it's a spiritual battle, I believe, that's going on within themselves. We see that women that are also now trying to rise to the occasion, they aren't getting married because they're no longer a complementary, right? Women being incredibly valuable because we bring life into this world, and men are there to cover and protect her because she births life. So they are over her. His strengths, he's stronger than her, can mentally, like we see, like Carmen said, that men are geniuses. That God designed that for a reason, so that women are supposed to have the cover and protection. Men being violent towards one another, that's all out of just pride and sin, like being in a fallen state and in a fallen world. It's there to essentially like protect a woman and keep her covered because she's the carrier of life. We are of value. We're both of equal value, but incredibly different roles. I want to picture it like the man is this mighty tree and his branches flow over her, and God designed him like that, not for you to try to chop it down, because if you chop it down, you're the weaker vessel, so you're more fragile tree, but you're supposed to be under the covering of him, so that when wind blows and a storm comes, like he's the one taking all of the lashes, but he can handle it because he's stronger, and he's covering you, right? He's covering you. Maybe your tree holds different fruit, right? While his is just bigger branches and trees. So it's all in God's design and order. So when you, as the weaker vessel, try to chop down the man, it's never gonna happen. Try to chop down the man. You don't understand why it's not happening in spiritual. I'm telling you. You try to chop down the man, and then you yourself try to stand on your own. You're gonna realize how feeble and fragile that you are. You get pregnant for 9 months, you can't go do the labor jobs. You know, you try to take men out from doing these hard jobs and stuff like that, society will fall. You don't want what you're asking for by trying to rise to the occasion and be like a man.
And we always talk about men protecting women from other men, or she's making the case men protecting women from themselves. But there's more to life than interpersonal conflict. There's the environment at large. That's why men talk about, I built this, because without me building this, you wouldn't be protected from the elements. Without me establishing all of these things, you might go outside, use a restroom, and something you don't even know is there come get you in the middle of the night or in the morning. It don't matter. It happens a lot in these countries where they live close to nature. Men in a lot of different societies have built structures. Now you can make the case that they've moved in on, animals and stuff like that, and they live in the natural habitat where an animal lives, but they've, even in those natural habitats, built protections. Do bears sometimes come up? Do alligators sometimes come up? Crocodiles sometimes come up and be in your porch? yeah, depending on where you live. They'll be right there on your front porch like, oh, what's going on? Oh, hey, how's it going? I'm just, if you have deer, they'll be all in your backyard like they own it. They be across the street, laying down, looking at you like, what you doing here? Hurry up and leave. Then as soon as you leave, they get up and start eating all your grass. One woman was upset that The deer were all in her garden, her flower bed, eating her flowers. Eating her flowers up, man. Like, I just planted those. Eating them all up, right? So, you know, it can be the case made that you're moving into their habitat. But men on purpose and with intention say, okay, let's put up a fence, or let's put up walls and a fence, and let's pour concrete so we can protect our car from this, this, and this, right? So you have a nice, even smooth structure. When you look at a lot of these houses, a lot of it is convenient. Even if it isn't built well, it's convenient for me to have a room over here and a room over there. In the old times, you know, they might not have even had those rooms like that, right? They might have been in one room or maybe a division here, but it's okay. I have this room for gym equipment, and I have this room as my office. Then I have this room for laying down, and then I have this room for sleeping. Right? Then I have this room for breakfast and dinner and food and stuff like that. They put these things in place so that you can come in out of the elements. You can have protection darn near 24/7. When you leave one place, you go into another place. When you leave your home, you get into your car instead of having to walk, and you drive. That's protection. Protection from the elements, protection from anything that on the road might hit you, might whatever it is. These are forms of protection. They're also forms of convenience and pleasure that men are giving to you, that men are creating for you. Right? You probably got to give them a little bit of money, but that's what they're for. And we don't recognize this. And men even do this in relationships where they'll go and pump your gas. Well, my husband pumps my gas. That's a form of protection and convenience. Well, I don't have to get out in the middle of the night because I should have stopped on the way home and filled up my car, but I was too tired to do that. So he went on ahead and did it for me. Or he was on his way home, and instead of me being out at all times of the night, I just asked him to go and get some milk and some eggs and some bread from the store. So he stopped at 8 or 9 o'clock at night so I wouldn't be wandering around the parking lot not knowing who's watching me. I've seen a lot of these women in parking lots just oblivious to what's going on. Just oblivious. Late at night, at gas stations, getting gas, oblivious as to what's going on. Late at night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You don't know who's going to walk up to you. You don't know what's going to happen. And that cashier, the attendant that is inside that restaurant or that convenience store, his doors are locked. Her doors are locked. And you can believe that if somebody come up and try to get you and you run to that store, they're going to look at you like, I'm sorry, I can call the police for you. But at that point, you're stuck. So men handle a lot of these things that y'all don't give men credit for. And y'all, well, you protect me from other men. I protect you from yourself. And even if I'm not doing that, I protect you from the elements. I give you protection. I give you tools for survival. What do you think building a store and going to the market is? So you can have one central location to get food, and you got to run all around the city. Got to go over here and do that. Got to go over here and do it. I can come to one central location where sometimes these stores got a security guard in there, and I can get my food and I can walk out. If I feel threatened, there's security to walk me out to my car. Protection, convenience. But you'll never hear them talk about that because they don't think outside of anybody else or any other world but theirs.